I have a secret. Actually, it's not really a secret. I've told everyone, and you probably couldn't even tell what it was, which is it's my visa. I'm officially moving to Paris. I wanted to film a cheeky catch-up video just because I realized not only has it been a while since we've caught up, but I've also never really talked about what's going on in my life generally, anywhere. So let's do that today. It is so hot that the only antidote I have to it is like putting chilled under eye patches on my face and wearing a pirate shirt to pretend like it's less hot than it is. For the past couple of months, I have been consistently working and being on set, which is why I've been really AWOL on all of my social platforms, so I apologize for that. But additionally to that, I've been in this really funny limbo state, which is that I go in between working like every day for 12 to 18 hours, and then I go into a funny era afterwards where I'm doing nothing because I freelance. I've literally just been in this weird era where I've finally finished all of my jobs, and now I'm kind of just unemployed waiting to move. So all I have to do in the day is, for the most part, doom scroll or figure out some logistical issue with moving, and usually I end up just doom scrolling, which has left me being in this like really funky mental state where I am like, oh, why am I so upset today? Maybe because you spent like 20 hours on your phone, Sophie. But I have been making the active effort to not be on my phone so much, and it has been helping, just because sometimes I feel like having a phone, or not having a phone, but just being on social media in any regard, whether or not that's actual social media like TikTok or Instagram, or even like the inexplicit stuff like Strava, makes me feel like I'm performing even when no one is there. What do I want my makeup to look like today? I'm feeling Southern Gothic, I think. But yeah, a little bit about what I was up to. I used to work in the film industry, specifically in costume design, and sometimes in styling too. And it was one of those situations where like I was very lucky and I just kept getting a job, but I never truly loved it. Like it was something that I felt like I should do because it made sense for me, and like I liked the thought of it. Like I've always loved history, I've always loved clothing. I'm an artist. It felt like an intersection between a lot of different interests. But honestly, once I started working in it, and even before then, I was like, I don't really know if I like this that much. And I was trying to give it more of a chance just because I went to school for it. I was working a lot during the writer's strike and some of the darker moments in Hollywood, but I just didn't really find any joy in like the actual labor of costume design. And by actual labor, I don't mean like the theoretical designing the costumes, because that's really amazing and I love doing that, but like the 12-hour on-set days, keeping continuity on set. It's a lot of logistics, it's a lot of accounting, and continuity will literally keep me up at night. If you don't know what I mean by continuity, I mean like shot to shot. When you are shooting a movie, obviously you shoot it out of order and you sometimes reuse locations, but it's for different script days, yada yada yada. And so sometimes there are little things that slip through cracks of continuity, which is like you'll be changing an actor from day 4 to day 16 in the script, and they're wearing a different pair of rings the first time, but like someone didn't take a photo of the rings that they were wearing, and then you're like, did I put it on the right finger? Is it gonna look continuous from the scene before where they're in a different location? And my brain is just not built for that kind of thing. So yeah, basically I just decided to switch into fashion design, which is really funny because I know a lot of people are gonna be like, Sophie, that's the same amount of labor. Something that's like not that different. I want to experiment more with what my own art looks like and how I would make clothes for the world that I want to live in and what that looks like. And so I made the choice to switch over, and I'm very excited, because obviously this is a big move for me, and I've also I love California so much. It's my favorite place in the world, but I've lived in California my whole life, and I am just really excited for a little bit of environmental change. I kind of figured if not now, then when. Some other facts about me. I am a Pisces sun, Aquarius moon, and Cancer rising. I have been asked quite a couple of times, and everyone always is able to accurately guess that I'm a Pisces. Side note, this summer I've been really loving like a super, I guess, cool toned, what I've been referring to Southern Gothic, but it's definitely not Southern Gothic whatsoever. It's like a cool toned, deep sunken eye look and contoured cheek, which is usually not the look I go for in the summertime. Usually I try to do a little bit more bronzy, but it's almost like a lighter toned Gothic look where it has a super bright eye, and I've been enjoying the taupe of it all. I think I will actually use Hodge Podge to make my eye more dramatic because I'm not liking where it's at right now. Do you guys think I should thin out my eyebrows anymore? I've just only been shaving them down myself, and I've been modeling them after what my mom's eyebrows looked like in the 90s, but to be honest, I feel like I should just go to an eyebrow waxer and eyebrow threader, but I am scared that it's gonna look crazy. So I just keep chickening out and not actually doing it, but I should. I also want to have black hair or red hair or blue hair, and I also keep chickening out about that because I really like the color of my natural hair, but again, I've had this color hair my whole life, except for when I had blue hair when I was like 12. And so I keep going back and forth between being like, maybe I should put red hair dye over my natural hair just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. And then I'm like, but I want black hair. Why don't I just give myself black hair? If any of you are in Paris and want to meet up, I will probably be overwhelmed in the month of August, but in the month of September, I would love to hang out with people and cultivate community in a city that is new to me. I've started packing. I feel like I need to make more videos of my packing, but honestly right now it's just been me throwing away, which is so tragic, throwing away all of the costume closets that I have. I wanted to share with you some of my recent, oh, it's so good. I wanted to share with you some of my recent favorites. I finally unpacked some of my boxes in the garage because I got rid of a lot of items when I was moving, and I came across all of the print items that I love and search for inspiration in. This is Spaceship E by Aya Takano, and I'm so in love with her artistic vision and the world that she's created. I started finally translating this. I got this back in December for Christmas, and I find fashion and makeup inspiration in this, and also just creative inspiration in this every single day. Speaking of print, I did a little treat myself and bought myself the most recent edition of Girls, and it just feels so fitting for me. I love finding outfit inspiration and creative inspiration in print mags sometimes because I feel really inundated by the images on Pinterest sometimes and on Instagram, just because there's just so much visual inspiration on the internet to pull from, which is amazing, but it is very overwhelming, and sometimes it's so nice to feel like you have something curated for you rather than just like an algorithm that was created to try to understand what your vision is. I'm like trying to figure out how I'm going to fit all of the ridiculous items that I definitely don't need to bring to Paris in my suitcase, but like I genuinely think I'm gonna try and shove the magazine into one of my suitcases. One of my other recent pickups that I'm finally able to get some wear out of. Obviously I won't be able to properly get anywhere out of these boots until probably like winter time, autumn time. I'm really scared but also very excited to be able to dress for the winter time for the first time in my life. I feel like my closet has never had anything that's like truly for the cold. And so usually for the like 2 weeks in January where it actually gets rainy and cold in LA, I end up just wearing the same outfit that's like big pant, big shirt, jacket. But I'm excited to actually try to dress for the autumn. At least I hope I try. But these are vintage Prada wedge boots that have fur lining. I just think that they're so perfect and so me. I've been really into wedges recently and they make me feel like a Monster High character. I've also been gravitating towards hot pink. I mean, hot pink has always been my favorite color, or just pink in general. But I don't really wear it, and I don't think I could ever wear a full outfit of pink or even just like a big item that is pink. But I've been really loving wearing this with like, it's a sheer sock with the black. Finally got a new wallet. I love this wallet so much. It's from Skin Atelier and it was made to order, so it's like a handmade, hand painted leather wallet. She's so gorgeous. I will say if you want one, because it's made to order, it takes a little bit longer for them to be created, but that being said, it's hand stitched and it makes me happy every time I look at it. Another thing that I've been really loving and wearing is Rabbit Hole by Concreted Studios. It's just so earthy. It reminds me of summer in the sense that it reminds me of like rolling around in the grass as a kid. It's just so sweet and fragrant and really smells like a fresh summer air. Thank you for listening to me babble for a prolonged period of time. We'll see you soon.